Are you gonna give us some context about the father of Zimbabwe, or are you? Should I ask
There's
ChatGPT?
there's a lot to it. Him saying that it's like a mini South Africa. They kind of resonate with South Africa because it was started with people that came from South Africa and then kind of just moved to Zimbabwe, and there was a whole war that happened, like a civil war, where it was there's two tribes. There's Shonas and there's Ndebeles. So there was a war where the Shonas were fighting the Ndebeles, but it started with the Ndebeles because they would take the beautiful Shona women and like bring them to
Question. You said you're Shona, right?
yes, I'm Shona.
Is that why you say that they started? No, I'm just. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
They left a couple because like Ndebele women are very beautiful, stunning. They they kind of they kind of look like South African women. The body shapes, the features, they kind of look the same. So there was a war that happened, a civil war that happened, but Shauna's, they won the war. It ended, but like now there's a sort of bitterness that the other people still carry, but like it's with the older generation. Like this, our generation, we don't really care. But like the older people, they're like, oh, Shauna's this, Shauna people that, and Shauna the I can't speak Ndebele. Like I wasn't born there, but I grew up there. I grew up there, but I can't speak Ndebele because I was surrounded by Shona people. And if I expose that I can't speak Ndebele, it's like you literally get into an argument. Like, how do you not know how to speak Ndebele? Like, you think you're so special. Why don't you know how to speak? Why don't you know how to speak Ndebele? Like, what's wrong with you? Blah, blah. And it's this whole uproar. So that praise, that idolism that they have of his name is Joshua. I don't know how to say his name, his surname, but his first name is Joshua. Yes, that is the statue that they showed. You see, this is the first statue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he what? So what? Who was he? He was Shauna. Who was he?
No,
Like,
he was like a Ndebele
okay.
leader. He was
Gotcha.
yeah, he was a leader. Joshua Abuko. I think that's how it's said.
All right, cool. See, learned something new. Appreciate it.
Really appreciate it because I love it. So listen.
Welcome to Zimbabwe, a country between Limpopo and Zimbabwe. Right now we are in the city of Bulawayo, and I'm with my brother.
City of Kings, it's called Osamakosi Lamakosikazi. Welcome to the city of Bulawayo, Ogo Bulawayo. Established here as a town on the 4th of November 1894 and also as a city in 1943. Bulawayo is the center. Bulawayo is our cultural city here in Bulawayo. Welcome to Bulawayo, the city of kings and queens. It's called Osamakosi Lamakosikazi. Welcome to Bulawayo.
We are at the City Hall, which is the administrative center for the city of Bulawayo, the second capital of the nation of Zimbabwe, which apparently is the home of arts and culture in Zimbabwe.
Finally made a OG of content creation in Bulawayo. Everyone is telling me I need to meet it.
Hi guys.
Hi guys, what are you gonna do today?
Today we're going to do a city tour. This is my city, Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, and I'm so excited to be with Bodemaya all the way from Ghana.
You know what? Tell me what's so special about Bulawayo.
Bulawayo is it's so cute. It's the cutest city in Zimbabwe, and
It's okay.
it's a beautiful place, and it's also known for like its historic background. It was once the industrial hub of Zimbabwe.
You say something?
The video. It's from like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It says.
Huh.
Why you ain't been home that long?
No, I was home last year. it just seems like, I don't know why, but like the streets just look empty. Like they just look like there's not cars parked, you know, like it just doesn't seem like, you know, what it looked like 3 years ago. It looks like that now because obviously they're making people pay to like park in certain areas. So people are like, they avoid and they park their cars like far so they don't have to pay. But like if it was 3 years ago, that was only introduced, I think, maybe it was 3 years ago. No, it was only introduced like, it hasn't been too long, maybe 2 years. So I wonder why it's so empty. And it's so clean. Like I know the city's clean, but damn, like
he's making it look good. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make it look good because, you know, growing up as an African American, everything we see about Africa over here is always the worst parts. I mean, and it's good to see, you know, now that people from Africa are on YouTube, they'll show the better parts because, I mean, that's like the whole brainwashing, whitewashing process that they do to us over here. Like they don't want us to think anything good about Africa, you know? And that's why African Americans are so European. Like we're European Africans, basically, you know? Because they tell us so many bad things until you get out about everywhere though. Like not even just Africa, but everywhere until you get out and you actually start meeting people and you're like, damn, everybody's nicer and places they have things. When I went to Thailand, like they had technology we don't even have in America. And I'm like, how are you telling me this is a third world country when they have more advanced stuff in certain areas than we do? Like I was just telling the girl from Venezuela, like there was a quote online. They were saying like, you might have heard it that America is a third world country with a Gucci belt. I'm like, hey, that might be true, man. I'm starting to feel like it more and more every day. Because they're saying, look, they're saying in the next, at the rate we're going, in the next, I think 10 or 20 years, the average high school graduate won't even be able to afford a car in his lifetime. That's freaking crazy. Like already they can't really afford a house. And they're saying at the rate we're going, they're not going to be able to afford a car because certain people hoard all the way.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's all about, you know, it's the stock market. It's all about getting investors the highest return possible. It's not about people. And that becomes a problem because they'll just exploit the system for more and more higher, bigger gains and returns.
And that is where I spend a night. And believe it or not, it's one of the best places I've ever lived in the entire Zimbabwe. But apart from accommodation, they are very good in terms of hosting events. So take your wedding in there, your birthday parties, your welcome ceremonies in Impala. And you know how Impala runs faster? This is how the hotel attendants are going to treat you whenever you find yourself in Impala. Brothers and sisters, welcome to the home of the father of Zimbabwe, Bulawayo.
So this is the center for the Ndebele people. Although we have an influx of different cultures around the city of Bulawayo, we have almost every ethnic group that's found in Zimbabwe right here in the city of Bulawayo. So we find a lot of cultural expression, artistic expression right here in the city of Bulawayo.
All right, question. You could give me those two tribes' name again? You said Shona and
Ndebele.
Okay, so that's not what they're. But that's basically Ndebele. You said Ndebele. I'm close, but mostly they're in that city. Is what they're basically saying.
They're what?
Mostly that tribe is in the city more so than your tribe.
There's the same with what, South Africa?
No. There's more Ndebele in the city. What is it? No, the city that they're showing. Than Shona people.
Yes, because that's the Ndebele province, There's more Ndebeles there.
Okay. So you grew up in a city that didn't like you?
Yep.
Hey, don't worry. I completely understand. Trust me.
Welcome to the city of Bulawayo. It's my first time in this beautiful city. I love the fact that when I was in Harare, I thought I've seen the widest road ever. But I think this city got more and better wide roads than Harare. And listen, if somebody ever told me that this is how a second largest city of Zimbabwe is going to look like, I would definitely not believe it. But it's really worth it to come in here, man. Like, for real, I feel like the people of Zimbabwe really need to appreciate their country. They need to start telling their own story for us to know that, yo, I'm not saying that the country is perfect, but it's actually not what I expected, because if it just being the second largest, look how clean the city is. It's more infrastructures. It's just that they don't have like huge buildings and stuff, but it's awesome being here, man.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how AI gives me all the answers. Since all our company info...
To be honest, yeah, after traveling to 25 countries, this place gives me a vibe of South Africa. I feel like I'm in mini Durban. If you have been to Durban, this place gives you a vibe of Durban. What do I mean by that? The people look like the Zulu people. The language in here sounds like isiZulu. Zulu in South Africa, that's the language that is being spoken by the people of Durban. But listen, I just have to get someone to talk to, because this is just first impression, and maybe there is a bit of truth to that.
Hey Tiffany, are you feeling the South African vibes?
Most definitely. I can see a lot of similarities. It's nice to see. It's like, I don't even know why our people are so mean to you guys. I'm sorry. Because we feel like family.
There's some like African beef I don't know about between South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Yes, big beef.
Really? Oh man.
Yes.
I'm out of the loop. I'm like on the other side of the planet, so I have no clue. Well, hey, do you know how many tribes are in like Zimbabwe? Or languages or any?
I think I know the main ones. There are other ones, but I know the main one. And there are three, because there's Tonga people, there's Shona people, there's Ndebele people, and yeah, I know those three. But there's more.
What about languages? Do y'all have like tons of languages?
Yes, there's, I think, how many languages? I think 30 something.
So look, I know nothing about multiple languages other than, Spanish and English, which are almost nothing alike. But since y'all are so close there in Africa, can you like understand like multiple other languages if you like know one?
Yeah, I realized that like with the it's called Venda. Yeah. When you go to Zambia, there's certain words in Shona that they speak that they have in theirs. So you can pick up on certain things that they say because it's quite similar to ours. Like you won't be completely lost. You can put two and two together because they sound similar.